All right, this is a watch this video for Monday, September 18th. Real quick, I want to give a hats off to everyone who attended our day trading course on Saturday. We started at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. We had our virtual classroom full of people. And at 8 o'clock Saturday night, it was dark out. We were wrapping up. And the classroom was still full. Everybody hung out with us. We really appreciate the feedback. And I believe every one of you is going to be a consistently profitable trader. You already showed resolve. While other people are out playing on a Saturday, you are dedicating your Saturday to learning the craft of day trading. So we're very proud of you, and we believe in you. And we'll see most of you in the chat room tomorrow. But you'll be happy to know that I think our next course is going to be in January, and we've just decided we got to break it up. It's got to be probably 7 or 8 hours on Saturday, and maybe another 6 hours. Let's see. We can probably go 5 and 5. No, that's not right. 6 and 6. Saturday morning, Sunday morning. We're going to have to break it up because that's just brutal. So next time, people that take our course, we're going to dominate your weekend instead of just your Saturday. But you should have evenings both of those days. All right. Anyway, we had a great time and look forward to the next one. If you wished you'd have taken the course and you missed it, we should be able to sell the recordings pretty soon. We're working on that, so check in with us if you're interested. But it was a great day. It was a great day, and Wayne and I are very passionate about day trading. Hopefully that came through in the course. The list I have, you can see the SPY. We've got a gap down and a green day. I believe the gap down was attributed to SPY paying out a dividend, though. So really, you could probably just say, hey, it was a pretty flat, narrow range day for the SPY. And here's the list I've compiled for my watch list for Monday. VSTM, it's just really holding up pretty well. Looked like it was rolling over and then closed at the high of the day. So I really want to watch that one. MRTX. Let's go to 5-minute candles. Called this long through 10 right here. But no, I'm sorry. I misspoke. I was thinking of ALDX the other day. Called it at 1035 right here. I wanted it to get above a lot of the trading. My theory was the news probably, and I looked at the results of their study in the pre-market, and I was skeptical that this thing would run, right? It didn't seem like it deserved to run, and so it was selling off, and I'm thinking, okay, it's going to fill the gap. I'm not much for shorting, so I just let it alone. And at this point, when it hit a low, bounced up to 10, kind of retested the whole number, and then took out the lows again, I'm really thinking I probably won't trade this one to the long side today, right? Next thing you know, it's back up through 10. So the reason I called this long is because this felt like a short all morning. And so you can kind of put yourself in the mindset of the ones who did short it, right? It's rolling over. Oh my God, it's back to 10. They're probably adding more to their short. And I called it long at 1035 right in there. And look what happens. Went all the way to 12, almost 1250. So even though I didn't really think the news sounded that good, it made a good trade on the long side. You just have to keep an open mind and watch the charts. And if they meet your parameters, you got to get long. Anyway, I want to watch it again on Monday for possible red to green, something like that. ALD. Some of the best moves in stocks are made when you're on social media, you're on StockTwits, and you're looking at other traders, and you see consistently, this move doesn't make any sense. When you see that, you know you've got some people in trouble. And even if the move doesn't make any sense, a lot of times it's people betting on that move not making sense that fuels it to go higher because they bet short and they end up having to cover because it keeps going. So the market's a funny beast, but that certainly made for a good trade to the long side. ALDX, monster move. And we want to watch it again. I mean, then it had, let's go to 15-minute candles here. All right, on this day, I called it long right at 7 or 7:05. This was Thursday. And we get this crazy move to over 11. And then I actually called this, I'll go to 5-minute candles now. I actually called this in chat on Friday through 10. I actually got long right at 10. Then I had a mishap with a key and didn't make very much on it. But that it was actually, have you ever, as a trader, had too much caffeine and clicked your mouse without meaning to? I exited this position literally without meaning to. But anyway, called it long at 10, and it went through 11.50 before that kind of nasty reversal, but still a nice trade. And I think this needs to come in a little more, but I'm going to start watching it already for a potential long again. Super strong move, and you always want to see these moves come back a little bit, and then you can get long again. So anyway, we're going to be watching that one. AEMD gapped up 4 sessions ago, popped but reversed, and it's still going lower. You've almost got a gap fill. I don't love this one, but it might catch a bid and get a little mini short squeeze if it can catch some buyers. So I'm going to watch it, but it's one of my least favorites. MBOT, let me zoom in a little bit here. Nice move back here, and then it's really done nothing. Then it had a nice pop back here to $1.24, and then on Friday it took that out, went to $1.32 before settling at $1.21. But really nice volume, so we're going to see if that gives us a quiet red to green or something like that. ABEO, now this is extended. We had a couple members in chat, 2 different members, not me unfortunately, but 2 different members called this long on Friday through 15. Kind of one of those whole number inflection point breaks. And look at that. People that followed them, saw their posts, and agreed with them, got long at 15 or 15.05 because it's a nickel spreader, and the thing went to 17.20. Anyway, after that initial run, it really held up well and closed near the highs. So even though it's extended and I don't want to chase, I still think that's worth watching for a long on Monday. KURA is also extended. It's away from the moving averages, but it held up pretty well. I think this one is interesting through 13 on Monday or over 13.10, which was Monday's high. You have a couple catalysts just to the left to take that higher. CATB had a nice breakout on Thursday and really held up well on Friday, so you got a possible break of the 2-day high. We're going to watch that one. INOV, big pop, couple equal tops here, then a lower high. This one's sort of interesting to me, back through 17. You've got a couple catalysts above to carry it higher if it gets through 17. FRED, been watching this one, and then I didn't see it on Friday, and it broke out. Broke above all this recent trading. It's a beaten up stock. You look to the left to where it closed, and there's not any consolidation in the way. This one might just continue and run for a few days. So we're going to watch Fred. INFI, not a big mover on any given day. I always want to look at the candlesticks, the daily candlesticks on any chart that I'm stalking for a trade the next day. And I like to see some big moves, and you really don't have that in this stock anywhere, anytime recently. You can kind of pick out, this is sort of a big candle, and that was, let me see, $1.68 to $1.95. So not even 30 cents is a big candle for this one. So keep that in mind. I certainly like it over 132, which was Friday's high. Nice volume on Friday. If it gets over 132, it might make a run at this 138 high, and I would consider a breakout over 138. This one might get some mustard to the upside, so I think it's worth watching. And then KNDI, not a very clean chart here, but it had a massive move, and now you've got a couple red days on smaller volume, looking for a turn back up. No trade. I was already watching that on Friday, but it didn't give any kind of setup, so no trades in it on Friday. All right, add to this list any potential gappers that we're going to add in the pre-market in our chat room on Monday, and we've got plenty to watch. All right, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see everybody on Monday.